Welcome back, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to make your own loading screen into your own Roblox game. So make sure to subscribe, smash that bell below, and let's get right into the video. So to start off, insert a screen GUI into the starter GUI, and I'm going to call this screen GUI my loading screen. So now in here we're going to make a couple changes. I'm going to set the display order to something greater than 1. I'm going to set it to 1. I will show you what display order does in a minute. So now we're going to set the reset and spawn to false. That will make it to where if a player dies, the loading screen won't play again. So I'm going to insert a frame, and I'm kind of just going to scale it big right here, and I'm going to duplicate this for the example and call this example so you guys don't get confused. Oops, I spelled it wrong, but you guys will know. And if I set the display order to 0, and in the frame in the example, if I set it to a random color, and if I move it, you can see, if I drag it into here, the white frame is overlapping it. That's a good thing because you don't want your shot button right here to be bugging your loading screen. So, yeah, going to delete that example. This frame, I'm going to set the size to 1, 0, 1, 0. Oops, gotta position it right. And right here where the second one is, I'm going to actually set it to 1.3. You'll see why, because if I go into a tester with 1, you'll see how, like, on the top bar right here, you will be able to see just like this. You can see, and I'll also fix this too. So just to fix this, in the frame, I'm going to set the size to 0.045, just like that. And make sure you position it to where the bottom part right here is on the bottom, and it's centered with these green dashed lines. So now I'm going to call this frame my background, and I'm going to make the background color to a orange, just like that, and set the border size pixel to 0. This is totally optional, and I'm going to insert a local script. Yes, I'll insert a text label actually. Later we will be adding a local script. I'm going to call this text label loading title. Keep on topic. I'm going to set the position to 0. Let's go 0.4 to 0.5. How about actually 0.5? I'll just drag it right here into the center. I'm going to make it bigger, make it into the center, wherever the center is, around right there. Alright, set the text to loading ... text scale to true, text color, I'm going to make it pure white, texture transparency to 0.8, and the background transparency to 1. And I'm actually going to drag this down a little bit more. And also the font will be source and semi-bold. So I'm going to drag it a little bit more down. So now insert a local script. If you don't know what a local script is, it will be in an incoming video, but it runs on the player. So I'm going to make a couple variables. So I'm going to have the screen GUI, which is the loading screen right here. Local loading screen GUI is going to be equal to script, actually game dot starter GUI colon wait for child, and then in quotation marks loading screen. And this is totally optional, but local loading time in 5 seconds. This is how long you want your loading screen to last. So this is optional. If you're doing this with the variable, put a wait loading time. But if you're oops, not loading screen GUI time. But if you're not doing the variable, you can just put 5 seconds in here. But I want it. But if you want it to last until the game fully loads in, so we can say repeat wait and parentheses 1. It will update every second until game colon is loaded, and then parentheses at the end. But I'm going to have it wait loading time. So it's going to last 10 seconds is what I'm going to set it to. And after it waits to 10 seconds and I want to fade out, I'm going to say for I equals 0, 1, 0.03. So this the last number right here, 0.03. The smaller it is, so like 0.01. Sorry if you guys hear background noises. 0.01. It'll last longer. It'll be a slower fade, but the bigger the number, the shorter the fade. I like. I'm gonna go with 4 actually. And now we're going to say do. And now we're going to make another variable. So we're going to say, actually, in here, local background is equal to the loading screen GUI colon wait for child, and then background. I'm going to make that right. Alright. And now background transparency is going to be set to I. And now we're going to wait 0.01. And now I'm going to put another wait in here and wait 5 seconds. Just make sure it's fully loaded, faded actually, so it doesn't destroy, which is what we're going to do next. So loading screen GUI colon destroy. That will basically just destroy it and it will never come up again. So I don't want this. If I get rid of this wait, it will destroy it before it even fades. So I'm going to put that wait 5 in there so that it waits until it's going to be fully faded in before it destroys itself. So if I go into a test server, it should be working right now. So okay, it says loading. It hasn't been 10 seconds. There's no errors in the output. So it's been maybe around 10 seconds. So I'm just going to go see. Oh, I spelled oops, what the heck? Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. I spelled background transparency wrong. So background transparent. No. What is this? How about I just get rid of this variable and say script.parent background transparency is going to be I. So get rid of the variable in the middle and set this to script.parent.background transparency equals I, and it should be fixing it. Okay, I'm in. No errors this time. It doesn't look to be any. So it's been around yep. All right. Yep. Oh, so I forgot to make the loading not go away. So in the local script right here under the wait, we can say script.parent.loading title colon destroy. So this will fix it. Okay, so it's loading, and boom, you can see it's now gone away. So now I'm going to teach you how to tween it. So my studio just crashed, so I just lost all my progress, so I just had to create a new one. So I'll be back when I have it all the way back up. Okay, I just finished with it, so I'm just going to put the weight in here for the loading time. I really do apologize for what just happened, even though it's not my fault. So we're going to say to tween it, script dot parent colon tween position, and then UDIM2, oops, not two dot new, and then put parentheses in the end. And then outside of these parentheses, you want to put a comma. And then, oops, oh my gosh, I just opened Blender. If I come into the developer hub, there is something called easing style. The easing style determines the way in which tween service tweening will act. Each easing style is described in the graph below. The x-axis is a value passed to tween service, get value, and the y-axis is the value returned. These graphs use in the easing direction and the out direction simply produces a reflection over the line x and z, y. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7. Yeah. Different easing styles. If you wanted to slide off your screen like smoothly, I recommend linear sine quad. But if you want like a bounce, I recommend bounce or elastic, or even back. But quad is okay. Core, it's okay. I've never used core or quint. I've never used linear much. I've used it before. I'm going to use sine. I like sine. So out of this comma, I'm going to put quotation marks and actually I need to explain one more thing. You see how this says in and out? It goes in, and then when it finishes going, it goes out. I like to use in out, which is this, or out. I don't really use in, but I'm gonna stick with out this time. And then outside of these quotation marks, put another comma, and then put another quotation marks, and then put the easing style you want, which in this case I picked sine. And then outside of these quotation marks, put a comma, and then you will put 1, or this is the number right here is how long you want the tween to last. I personally really like 1 second. You don't need the quotation marks for it. So now we're going to do a weight 1.1. So make sure that it's actually fully tweened and it's slid off the screen. And then once it slid off the screen, I'm going to destroy the loading screen. Oops, not loading time. Screen, colon, destroy. So we're missing one thing. We don't know where we want to slide off the screen. In this case, I'm going to slide it off down. You can move it up. Oh, not the. You can move it up to the side, to the other side, down. So I'm just going to slide it down right here, and then just slide off to the screen, and then in the properties type position, copy the position. I remember it, so, and then put it back to its normal state, and then inside these parentheses after the new, put the position 0, 0, 1, 0. If you do copy it, there will be the little brackets, these little brackets right here. Make sure you delete them. So if I now, I'm going to actually shorten up the loading time to like 6 seconds. And now if I go into a server, it will wait 6 seconds and then it will slide off the screen, and it will take 1 second to slide off the screen. And it will slide smoothly because I chose sine. So it's been around. Yep, alright, you can see it's slid off the screen. So that is how you make your own loading screen into your own Roblox game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, remember to like and subscribe. So this is helpful if you want your game to fully load in before players can actually interact with your game, or if you just want your game to look better with the loading screen. So remember, like to subscribe. Hope to see you guys in the next one.